Hey everybody, last time we were just collecting, well, we mainly just collected a bunch of side things that became available to us after the after our little excursion to Death Mountain. We finally found Ilya too. We found her with some lady named Telsa, I believe her name is. In a tavern, and they're both looking over a Zora boy. We met, well, we didn't really meet because we're in the Twilight, but we saw our first Zora of the game and found out that wherever he came from is in a bit of trouble. As you can see down here, I'm pretty sure this is indicating that the entirety of Lake Hylia is drained of its water. Well, most of it is. So now this time we're going to be trying to locate the next spirit fountain and hopefully correct whatever the heck has gone on here. Is that a giant tree? Oh yeah, it's a giant tree stump on the other side of this bridge. Oh my gosh, it really is all dried up. Because that's the water. So that's all lake bed right down there. You can barely see it on the bottom of the screen. That's where the actual water that's left is. Okay, so Lake Hylia has seen better days, for sure. Let's go over here first, though, because this is an interesting little... there are normally some buildings on the side of Lake Hylia. At least in Ocarina of Time there were, but... usually not jutting out of the side of mountains like that. Again, like I said last time, everything, the name of this game, in every way possible, is about making things bigger. It's setting it on a much grander scale. Between the size of the game, the length of the game, the size of the areas. Every single area individually is like the size of the entire map of Ocarina of Time, I feel like. Like this alone, this is massive. But you do love to see it. Oh, and I was sitting here praising the game for set pieces. What a mysterious dark liquid set on this bridge. Hey, do you smell anything funny? That was not a jump animation. They just tossed his model off to the side. That's so funny. You know, something new that this game... Oh no, we're trapped. Get out of here. That's really interesting, actually. That's a little interesting moment here. Oh, the fire's so slow. Alright. No need to prolong it, though. Oh, Link's Howl. That's an interesting little thing there. Last time we were put into a dangerous situation was when the bomb shop was going to... the bomb storage place was going to blow up. But Midna said, I'm not sticking around here, and she immediately bailed without us. Phew. That was a close one. We're lucky there was a puddle down below, huh? So this is Lake Hylia, but there's so little water. Sounds like the Spirit Spring should be somewhere around here as well. Anyway, let's take a look around. Yeah, no, this is like Puddle Hylia. The Hylian puddle, like, that's actually ridiculous. I forgot that the lake bed was this dried up. That's crazy. No, this is a huge problem. As somebody who grew up in a little place called Clovis, I am not a stranger to the idea of, well, just being in California in general, to the idea of there being droughts. One little lake dries up, and so even a bit, and suddenly everything's everything's going haywire. Granted, when you're in more like agriculturally based places, it can for sure be a pretty big problem. I love the freaking masks that they wear in this game. I always used to think those were actually what their heads were, but no, they're wearing stone masks, which fits their aquatic themes though. We haven't had absolutely no water flowing from upstream. There's no mistaking it. Something must have happened to the water in the source of our home in Zora's domain. Yet how are we supposed to return upstream to our home? With the way things are now, we can't even walk back there. Oh, speaking of water, making me thirsty. The drop in water has been faster than predicted. At this rate, Lake Hylia will dry up. It's a race against time. Yeah, that's something to, I mean, you know, the people of Hyrule are feeling the the effects of the lake drying up this much. But never mind the Zoras themselves, who need water in order to live beyond just needing drinking water. This is like their entire way of life is based around water. and then you know, and then you got this guy. Oh, he's got a bullet bill sewn onto his shirt. That's hilarious. Ugh, I'm too old for this. Fiorin followed these watertop land of fantastification. It's a grand reopening at our new lake bottom location. Yeah, nice lake. Don't lakes have more, I don't know, water? Did the Zoras who live upriver do something? Or was it the curse from that spirit that floats around up there? Whatever, it's not like I can go up and complain. It's way too high. Oh, jeez, what? Was that a customer? Dude, you got like a house. If you want to hide, go back inside, man. Freaking ghouls. Come here, Buster. No. Don't do it. No, that's a me thing. That's a me thing. You know, you used to need special powers to play music that would summon. I'm surprised the song even sounded the same. What the crud? Oh. They're getting a little smarter on it, that's for sure. When we first up, they literally set a trap for us. Screw you, man. Hey, stop it! I'm your new master now. Settle down. Hey, why don't we use this guy to get us all the way up to the lake's water source? I don't see a better way. Oh, wait, do I not have a choice? You normally give me a choice. I do love the Lake Hylia section of the game, the Twilight section specifically, because the last two times, you know, it's as simple as, you know, the lake spirit's out in the open. Oh, I thought we could crash those and break them. Hey, careful now. What do you think? Should we try it again? Well, yeah, we gotta try it again then. But then this one, things get more complicated. The area that the Twilight's covering a much wider area. We got everything. We got the entirety of Hyrule Castle and Castletown, and then we've got the entirety of the lake. We've got the entirety of the Zora's Domain now too. So it's a much wider area, a lot more verticality, a lot more space to cover that we need to figure out how to traverse. The lake's dried up. Oh crud. And we gotta do a lot more, we're having to go through a lot more harrowing challenges just to be able to just, like, figure out what the next best move is. This section's pretty freaking sick, though. Let's be honest. But then this is also bringing up another point, too, is that now the closer we've gotten to Hyrule, the more that we are actively being stopped. Like, the more that people, like, the enemies are now actively pursuing us and hunting us and trying to stop us. Before, it was just like, yeah, we fought some normal, like, wild beasts and like, moblins and stuff, right? Not moblins, but goblins and stuff that are just sort of wandering around. But now, if you saw, like, there are scaffoldings built in the cave leading up to Zora's Domain, and, like, there are archers who were waiting there to stop us. We made it to the bridge, and they covered it in oil as trying to burn us to death. Like, the enemies are now, our enemies are actively pursuing us now. Which is very, very new. We're not usually being actively fought against. Oh, you can hear the Howling Stone over there in the distance.
What will it want us to feel this big?
Ah, we're already here. That bird turned out to be more useful than I expected. That was a nice little, cool little sequence, though. It's pretty harrowing. They're like blowing up stalagmites and stuff like that, try to stop us. Where's the village of the Zora? Is it stalagmites or stalactites? Can't remember which ones hang above and which ones form below. Where's the village of the Zoras? Let's look for it. It's getting cold. Hurry up. But then also, if you've noticed, last time, to finish the thought that I was having before, when we were in danger, and we almost got blown up in the bomb storage, Midna got out of there on her own immediately. She didn't wait for us or anything. But then when we were on the bridge, instead of just flying away like she very easily could have, she said, "Oh no, what are we going to do? Quick, you need to you need to get out of here." She stopped and she stayed with us. It's becoming a whole lot less, hey, you need. It's slowly shifting from what she needs from us. What she needs is a lot less about her and what she wants and what she's going to do, and it's a lot more about, hey, what do we need to do next? What can we do? Where do we need to go? I like that. It's subtle, it's small, and we're still not fully there yet with her, you know? But definitely she's starting to show a bit more camaraderie with us in and of herself, which I think is interesting. I mean, what are those Zoras up to anyways? The river's totally run dry, right? I can't work like this. Ugh. Cold. Ah, I miss my fur coat. Well, Midna mentioned that it was cold too. Interesting. Okay, so it's not just... So it's dried up here. It's like dried up here, but then also it's cold as well? Do we need to go down? Very interesting, unique little area. I love how like the range of areas too that this game has. Instead of just having your usual, well, I mean, I suppose Wind Waker has a pretty wide range too, but all the islands in Wind Waker do sort of share a similar theme, which makes sense as to why. They're all just like the mountaintops of Hyrule, the land of Hyrule, like the same place. But they really expanded upon like the different biomes and stuff. Oh yeah, no wonder there's cold. The whole place is frozen over, which should be a very familiar sort of idea. Ganondorf did the same thing in the adult timeline of Ocarina of Time. He did the same thing to try to halt the Zora, so it seems like Zant has been up to the same thing. Oh hey, what's going on here? I thought it was getting colder, but who would have thought that it would all be frozen? This is a Zora village, right? Why don't I see any then? Well, anyways, let's check things out. Let's find the Zoras. Oh, you can even see your reflection in the eyes. That's a nice touch. Excuse you? Yeah, it was a, I think we can get up from here. Let's go. I like how you can see, like, the giant shell designs and stuff built into the wall. The wall, the outer edges have a sort of coral look to them, too, like a seafloor kind of look, which is interesting considering this is a freshwater lake. But, okay, well, screw you too. Oh, oh, jeez. It's a little slippery. Oh yeah, I love being able to read all the designs and the architecture a lot clearer now. I know I've said it before, but you know, the Wii version of this game, much like all Wii games and Wii and GameCube games, not all GameCube games, but a lot of Wii games in general, had a fine bit of crust to them. Alright, bud. Alright, friends. Oh no. Well, we'll be able to come here in a flash. Portal has opened up here too. We can finally warp. You want to breathe the air of the world of light for a moment, let me know. I'll take you there. Oh, well thanks, Midna. Another uncharacteristic gesture. Whoa, hey. down. Look below the ice. I was just gonna say, the first thing you should notice when you walk in here is these little embers. And if you remember what those are,
To reach the eye.
those are the Zoras.
How to reach the body.
Wow, this is really strange. What in the world happened?
The arm taking any of the
Hey, what do you want to do? We can't just leave them like this.
One thing you need.
I think all we need to do is thaw them out.
You can break that in.
It does us no good to just stand here thinking. Let's leave and come back later.
It's gonna be
The portal should work for us. We need to find a way to melt the ice and then come back here. Yes, ma'am. And yet another example, Midna sort of extending a bit of care. She became a little self-reflective when it came to the well-being of Princess Zelda and the choice that she had to make as a ruler. But it's interesting. I mean, what a disturbing sight, though, is that you use your sense and you see, you know, if there's any wonder why there haven't been any Zoras in the game, because unlike the Gohans, they were all taken out in one go. Which is disturbing to think about. But there's nothing we can do about it now. Meh. So, but yeah, so it's interesting to see her. She doesn't make a joke. She doesn't make some sort of jab at the Zoras for allowing that to happen to themselves or anything like that. She looks at them and she just says, we can't leave them like that. We need to do something. And then she immediately tries to devise a plan. It's interesting. It's not necessarily that Midna is just starting to care. It's that she's become comfortable enough with us to show that she maybe always has. Maybe. But yeah, for now, she is right. We do need to leave. And I already know exactly where to go. This threw me off before. But I know exactly where we need to go.
You
didn't say. Well, now that we've seen it, it's not like we can ignore what's happening in Zora's domain. Unless we can melt the ice, the water will never be restored to Lake Ilia. We have to think of a way to melt the ice. It's interesting too, she hasn't said, oh, we need to help them because we need them to be okay for us to get our thing. She's only said we can't leave them like this. So let's listen to the lady and go help. If you remember, what's the hottest place we know? Well, it's Death Mountain. And hearing that we need to be able to thaw something, you should have remembered, well, you know, a giant molten rock that's still, to this day, steaming. Hello. Are you like okay with me? That's good, because if you were a human, you'd be freaking out right now. Although you should probably be wondering why there's a wolf here. No. Yeah, Midna. I think it's been here for a while now, but it's still pretty hot. As big and hot as it is, it just might be enough to melt the ice in Zora's domain, don't you think? This guy's about to see the strangest thing in his life. Well, it's worth a shot. This is one of the craziest things we've done yet, but just try not to aim for any of them. Also, let's not even mention how strong Midna is appearing to be at this point. A giant wooden bridge is one thing, but this is something else.
One wrong, one right.
Who knew something so dangerous would come in handy? Alright, the Zoras are safe now, so let's go. The ice melted and restored the water flow to normal. Can we finally meet the spirit in Lake Hylia? If we're lucky. They all seem unwell, although I don't being thawed so abruptly. Well, I guess the real question is how long were they like that? Yeah, most of them can't even stand yet.
Hey.
Are you okay? What about those in the waterfall pool? The waterfall pool?
Hey.
Yeah, this is pretty... I don't know. We've seen Zelda games imply when things have happened to the people we've met in our journey. I wonder, are the downstream areas going to be alright? What in the world happened? Oh, I like how you can tell the ones that are specifically soldiers are either sitting upright, standing, or even some of them are even able to talk, like they've collected themselves more. But the ones that seem to be just normal civilians are still struggling. That's an interesting detail. Someone helped me? Wait. Please, you must allow me to thank you for revitalizing both my people and the spring, which is the water source for all the lands of Hyrule. In life, I was the elder of the Zora village and the queen of my people. I was called Rutella. This is sort of a abrupt introduction to the Queen of the Zoras and also ghosts, but this is what we're doing. Oh, thank goodness Midna can see this too. Not to be rude, but we didn't exactly do it for you guys. Yeah, alright, Midna. Midna was only concerned about helping the Zoras until somebody else started acknowledging it, and she's like, no, I didn't do it for you. No, I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. Shut up. The Dark Ones. They raided this village and, as a message to my people, executed me before them. Holy crud, wait, what? I thought she was dead way before this game started. That's dark. I mean, it shouldn't come as any surprise that this game is just simply like much darker than Zelda games usually are. But I mean, to both see, we are seeing firsthand more of the effects that Zant and the other the other people of Twilight that he's brought with him, and the other beasts like the moblins and bokoblins and stuff, have wrought to the land. We've seen the after effects of the fact that they've kidnapped children, they've left them for dead. We know that much. We just now found out that they executed a queen right before her people. They've cut off the water to everybody. They've cut off the primary water source that extends out to all of the lands of Hyrule. They turned the leader of the Gorons into a monster, which then caused the isolation of the Gorons from the rest of the world. Most Zelda games imply things. This game both implies it and shows these things. This game both alludes to things that have happened, and shows them firsthand. Which the only other one that is so forward with things like that, not just talking about things that have happened, but also showing things firsthand, is of course Majora's Mask, which is why obviously these two, a lot of Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess connections, not only the mask and the iconography on Midna and the Twilight people in general, but also the tone, the overall ambience, the darker themes, and then even music, because obviously the first Whispering Stone that we went to, the song that we played was the Clock Tower theme from Majora's Mask, which was a very interesting little detail. Another interesting little detail is that you can see the Zora crest that we collected in Ocarina of Time is actually the one she is wearing on her person right there. Man, to just straight up say that she was executed in front of her people is dark. Is unbelievably dark. Young man, you who take the form of a proud beast, I have something to ask of you. When the Dark Ones descended upon our village, I sent my young one, Valis, to Hyrule Castle to inform Princess Zelda of her fate. But I fear danger followed him from this doomed place. Oh, it's not your fault. The danger was already there. I don't know the exact timeline, but my assumption is that they went for Hyrule Castle first and then worked their way outward. Or they started out and worked their way in. Either way, he had nothing to do with it. I feel it. His presence grows fainter to me over time. But my time in this world is past, and though I would give it gladly, I no longer have a life to risk in his rescue. Please, would you save my dearest Prince Valis? Well, we know where he is. If you do this thing, I will bestow upon you the protection of water. This power will grant you the ability to swim and respire in the very deep water as if you were a Zora. Please, save my son. So if we help her, she'll grant you the power to swim in deep water like a Zora, huh? So, what do you say, hero? Oh, but now that I think about it, I don't suppose you should meet the prince as a wolf, huh? So, no hurry to return in the world of light then, huh? Not yet. Yeah, we'll go do some of your thing first. Oh, interesting. It's actually caused a rain. Oh, probably from all the water getting kicked up into the air. That's funny. Looks like the shock of the impact not only raised the water level, but sped up the flow too. This water should flow all the way down the lake. Why don't you let it take you there? Well, that's because we have a stone we need to hit up. the stone was on the... Well, it was our right side, but now it's our left side. So we need to try to hit that. Oh! I messed it up! That's not gonna take me all the way down, is it? It is. Now that looks a little bit more like the Lake Hylia we were looking for.
Press 1B.
Are you awake yet? I passed out?
1B.
Look, we got washed all the way down to Lake Hylia, just as I predicted. And it looks like we're right in front of the Spirit Spring to boot. Talk about lucky.
Press B.
Well, let's go, snap out of it, and get to the Spirit. Like, looking back. She just teleports right on top of you in a flash. It's crazy. Well, first things first, actually, though. Oh. There's the Whispering Stone up there. Yeah, alright. You know, these guys look a lot scarier than they are. That's for sure. Well, first things first, we don't have, we don't have free range to just become a wolf whenever we want, so if there's a Howling Stone around, we want to hit it while we're a wolf right now, so we can get it when we're a person later. Oh, here we go. Well, first off, let's see how this guy's doing. Customers won't come, even though the water's back. Maybe no one knows. Perhaps I should go tell folks around town? I'm so tired. I feel that. I can relate to that.
Copy ối rong không ta. You B.
Yeah, I like how, because this place is around a lake, right? The grass is like there's more trees, it's more forested around the land. The grass is a lot darker. It's like a darker green, darker woods. Little details like that really help differentiate all the different places here in the game. Oh, but they're not. I thought they were shooting fire arrows. They're shooting bomb arrows. Criminy. I do like how instead of fire arrows, you get bomb arrows in this game, which is a a little more industrial, a little more crafty than magic-based like the other games. Helps give it its own identity, though. So we don't need to go all the way up. We just need to go back to the middle area in order to hit that Howling Stone. How tragic is it, though, for her son that he's gone? He watched his mom get... Well, no, actually, he didn't see his mom get executed because she had him leave when they were originally being attacked. Oh. What's that, a bug? Yeah, nasty. Why is it so big? God, I'm so sick of roughing it out in the boonies. I think there's I can't collect these yet, though, is the thing. Maybe I should have. I didn't know there were bugs up here too. I probably should have talked to the went to the Spirit Fountain first, I guess. I wanted to make sure we didn't miss a Howling Stone. Yo, well. Oh, it's over here. The fishing hole. Bobber and lure fishing beginners welcome. Guides available. Neat. That's right, just like in Ocarina of Time, there's a little fishing hole. That's not a bad little touch. Definitely recognize. It's definitely one of the songs from Ocarina of Time. The teachings of old pass to you. Take sword in hand and find me. Is it the Shadow Temple? Oh, interesting. This is yeah, leading up to oh wow. Oh, so this wraps Lake Hylia's down here, and then it wraps all the way up through here, back up down there. Interesting. Jeez. Well, so he is over there. Well, we'll be seeing him later then. There was another Howling Stone over up in or down there back at Lake Hylia that we'll have to see about. Oh, hold on. Oh, and that symbol means that goes to Zora's domain. We want to fly back down, though.
Hey.
Do you think Prince Rallis has passed through here? He must have. This is the only waterway that connects Hyrule Castle. Come, let's follow this path in search of him. Oh wait, that goes to the castle, they said? Huh. Okay, well, first things first. I think I just need to go back. Can I go back? I cannot go back. Oh, okay, so I have to either go all the way back up, or all the way back down. Oh wait, no, maybe I know. That probably does go back down to Lake Hylia. Presumably. Oh, nope. Let's find out. Oh no, this really did take me back to, Huh. Well, it's good to know I have a way to get back here. Although now I gotta walk all the way back to the lake. So, I will see you back at the lake. Oops.
Which help you bring? You feel good.
I forgot I can teleport. What the heck? Need to open my eyes, man. Okay, well now we can go over to the spirit fountain. Spirit Linero. A lot of snake iconography. I am the last of the spirits of light consumed by Twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods, you have done well to make it this far. Gathered my scattered tears of light that was stolen by shadow, gather them in this. Heck yeah. I'm sure that by now you know by now the forms that these dark insects take when they steal our light. In this shadowy realm of Twilight, the insects are invisible, like the humans of this world. Collect my light, lift the final cloud of Twilight that threatens to cover all of Hyrule. Yes, sir, ma'am. Non-binary spirit entity. Be seeing you. Oh. Oh, come here. Come here. Where'd he go? Oh. Okay, well, we know there's one up in the center bit, which we'll have to fly to again. Wait. No, not the dig spot. Okay, Doug. Well, you know, for how many we need to collect, there's only 3 down here. So yeah, this one always threw me for a loop for a bit because it has you branching out to go find these bugs in a lot more places than you might think. For example, there's literally one all the way inside Hyrule. You would think your gut instinct would be, okay, so they're all in Lake Hylia, right? No. There's one in Hyrule. There's most of them are along the path leading up to Zora's Domain. There's a couple in Zora's Domain. There's the one in Zora's River. But yeah, that one that's just hiding there in Hyrule, in Castletown, that always used to throw me off. But we now know a quick way to get back to Castletown, so that's not too bad. It's interesting, the Zora design, they have like gills on their ribs, they have fins on their waist and ankles and whatnot, but then they also have like these holes on their shoulders. Zoras are strange. They've always been a little strange. What's that over there? Oh, I know what that is. Oh, you can see it from here. I needs it. And that's immediately all the ones out of Lake Hylia. Even though we have this huge, massive lake, they only put 3 down here. Which is super funny to me. Alright, so I'll need to fly back to the center area. Oh, wait, were there any along the way? Oh, there were a bunch along the way. Okay, so I will not be cutting to that. We'll just be going straight there. So let's do it. I have bathed. I am new and fresh like a newborn babe. I'm ready to go play more video games. Okay, let's do this. Doesn't really skip the... Oh, I see. You just have to skip. You just have to skip it 3 times. Why do they cut up the cutscene into 3 pieces? It's so weird. Alright. Okay, so see, now we got bugs. I think if you lock on to them, it's a little easier to dash into them. I guess it is cool that they reuse. They make this not like a one-time thing. They repurpose it a couple times. It does take time. I mean, there's a teleportation place at the top and the bottom, though. There we go. Not bad. Now we just have to not collide into anything and fall off and drown. You know, I was about to say that, you know, like, oh, you know, drowning isn't one of those, like, causes of death that scares me too much. But then I remembered that, you know, if anything happens to you, in the moment, you're probably gonna panic like crazy. Drowning is no exception. It's just maybe I don't have a phobia of it. I don't have a phobia of water, which is thalassophobia, right? Of the deep or whatever. Little side areas like this really help this. It really makes Hyrule feel like a huge, livable place, like breathing world. Unlike, you know, because like in Ocarina of Time, the size of it for the time was impressive, obviously, right? But it feels very... Oh, I guess it stays as a little jewel. Huh? It's gone? That was nasty. Hope it doesn't come back. Oh, well. Golly, work is tanking just as hard as my personal life these days. Oh, this lady's really not having a very good time. Well, we will hopefully be able to make her feel a little better. But she has the same hair as the guy in the woods, who I thought was Beetle, but isn't Beetle. That's somebody else. So, excuse me, I guess. But if I remember correctly, it's him, her, and then the girl in here are all related. If I remember, if I remember correctly, it's them three are related. And then the clown guy, who I forgot to point out the fact that the dude at the bottom of Lake Hylia is a clown man. I don't know why. I don't know what that's all about. It simply is the case. Is there a way to do that? Oh wait, I know what to do. I was gonna be like, is there a way to do this without having to go all the way to the top and then fly back up again to go to back to Hyrule? But yeah, you just come here first. Those Mozoa's out now. If we fracture our troop strength too many parties searching for the prince, our guard here will be too thin. Well, to be fair, your guard didn't seem to really put up much of a fight the first time around. No offense. Attacks by the shadow beasts, volcanic boulders in the throne room. What in the world is going on? Not a prince too. No, it's better to not think about such unlucky thoughts. Oh, this would be a truly, truly awful day if the prince was lost to them as well. Oh, dang. Appears that the cave to Snow Peak is still frozen over. Suppose we'll have to wait a bit longer. Snow Peak? Hold on. Wait a minute. No, it's Snow Head. I was like, isn't Snow Peak from Majora's Mask? But no, it's Snow Head is from Majora's Mask. But now we have some place called Snow Peak, which is new. That is unique to, well, it might be in some other Zelda game, but as far as the 3D games go, it's unique to this one. I suppose there's an argument for, there's an argument to be made that the Ice Island in Wind Waker might have been the top of Snow Peak. That's definitely possible. No, I'm gonna go up first. We'll get the one all the way at the end. That makes the most sense. This is kind of reminiscent of all those little cliff edges we had to climb in Ocarina of Time. Oh, I don't need to go there yet. Nice. Just on a much more massive scale. Man, I'm super thirsty. I think it's because I've been reading a lot of dialogue. Okay. Is everybody doing any better? Not really. Although, oh, you know what though? The guards, a lot of the guards have moved out and they've started filling out outside of the, right outside of the area. Oh, it's right here. So, sorry, ma'am. What's up? Don't mean to kill bugs on top of you. Dang. Okay. Well, it looks like we're not gonna get swept away this time. Ow. Nope. You know, oh crud. I forgot that that is not how that works. Minna, at least Minna's having a good time. I would say she's the only one in the game actively having a good time. Well, if freaking giggling. Either that or she's hiding immense pain. But I doubt that's the case. Oh. I mean, we're full on money. This could only possibly be money, right? I'ma hold off. Got it. Okay. I'm gonna go back and cross the other way. And walk back down. Okay, now I need to go through here. I love that there's one bug in Hyrule. It's such a mean thing to do. And that should be it, right? Yeah, just one little glowing spot. But if you notice, we'll still be missing one even after we get this. Which would probably raise some questions on your first time through. But we'll get that once we get there. We'll get to that after we get this one. I think I always made them. Oh no! What would happen is I would always miss the. I would always miss one or two bugs on the flight up to the top of Lake Hylia. So I would always have to do that multiple times. Perhaps the repetitive nature or the. Oh, we can actually see him in here. Oh, but we literally couldn't get up here if we wanted to. In time. Oh. Oh, you don't say. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about before. We're like actively being pursued at this point. Which is definitely new. Normally we're like chasing after bad guys or like pursuing or trying to find danger. Oh, I hit the pole. That's messed up. That all flooded to me pretty quickly though. So it wasn't too bad. How quickly the clouds move in this realm as well. Perhaps this is a way to, like, Telma's bar was down here. Oh, maybe this was just a way to try and get you to discover that you can go into Hyrule. Boy. I'm getting screwed up. There we go.
Oh, do you see?
Hey, what's going on?
We ain't a strong power.
Should be one more. What could the last tier be?
More time.
What?
You need it.
There it is. What's going on? This is weird. Yeah, one popping up. Oh, it's just a tiny bug, Minda. Nothing to worry about, surely. Nothing new. I suppose that having a bug all the way over here was a way to get you to come over here, because I don't think you needed to come here, obviously, because there wasn't even like a cutscene or anything attributed to it. Can we leave out the front door? No, because the front door leads somewhere else. The front door. The front gate of this massive kingdom. This isn't like my cottage at home. Freaking the characters are so expressive. You know what a crazy detail that I noticed? It's one thing to have like a character, like a lot of different animations when Wolf Link is standing still, or have Minna periodically glance over her shoulder, or yawn, or like that little kick up. Like that, and like, you know, little things like that. That's like things that you sort of come to expect. Oh, so they're sitting all with her arms crossed. That's funny. Actually, I never noticed that she like sits with her arms crossed at certain points. Oh. Wasn't over here yet. But no, I noticed that when you are in grass, if you wait long enough for Link to sit, oh, huh, that's weird. When I was sitting still, I heard like I was sitting in a thing of grass earlier, and I left to go do something, and I came back, and I could have swore I heard rustling, and I thought it was like the rustling of Link's tail, like moving through the grass. That's what's so weird. I guess it must have been something else. That's strange. It was must have been a really big coincidence. I thought it was like a really nice, like really crazy little detail. It would have been kind of wild to throw that in there, because it's such a specific thing that like nobody would notice it happening if that was the case. Oh, we could have just warped. Oh, we could just warp back down. You know what? I keep forgetting that we don't need to do all this backtracking, because we can literally warp to places. I don't know what. Yeah, see, I can't even walk over there. Hold on. Let's warp. Losing my mind. Am I remembering something wrong? Is being able to warp no, you had to have been able to warp before. At this point in the game. It's the only way to transport certain objects and stuff. That's not a tiny bug. Was it storming? Was that a flash of lightning? I'm sure this guy has something to say about that. Oh, it is storming. is all gone and all. Maybe I should go ask the spirit of for success in business. This guy's not exactly motivated. Maybe we'll be able to help him get his groove back. Getting a little intense out here. Suddenly. Oh. I mean, it is our last, It is our last time in the Twilight, potentially. They had to make it a little harder on us. But this is like gross though. This fight isn't too hard, but it is cool to have a boss fight as Wolfling. And it's a sick finisher. And all that for just one last little beat of light. You make sure to get that last few shadow now. This guy's probably the coolest one. My name is Lanero. Your efforts have at last restored each of us light spirits in Hyrule. O hero chosen by the gods. The dark power that you seek. It waits in a temple set in the bed of Lake Hylia. But before seeking it, you must now bear witness to something, and never forget it. You must know that it was the will of the goddesses that we lock away the forbidden power. The dark power that you seek is within the sleeping lakebed temple in Lake Hylia.